What's up, guys? It's Bumpkins. Today is Sunday, May 30th. Sunday is not New Comic Book Day, but I was actually out of town for a few days last week and wasn't able to get my books on Wednesday as usual. So I actually went by my LCS Infinity Flux here in Chattanooga, went by there on Friday and picked up another awesome stack of books. I had some other stuff going on over the weekend as well, so I'm only just now able to make this video, but there's some good stuff here and I couldn't not make one for this week. So let's get right into it. I picked up Alien #3 from Marvel. I read the first two. I like them all right. I'm probably going to jump off of this after this one and just read them digitally when they hit Marvel Unlimited. I do like the story and I want to see where it goes, but this isn't one that I need every month. So in the spirit of trying to trim down everything that I'm getting every week or every month, I think I'm going to cut this one out and just read it digitally as it comes out. Beta Ray Bill #3, the first two issues of these are really fun. This is I think it's a 5-issue miniseries. It's just super fun. Beta Ray Bill is trying to find Odin or actually he found Odin, spoilers, last issue, and he's trying to get a new weapon so that he can turn back into his more humanoid form. It's a lot of fun. You guys gotta check that one out. Black Widow #7. Haven't read the first 6, but actually I read the first one and I really liked it. And I have all the other ones, but I just have to sit down and read it. So, Heroes Reborn #4, I got the trading card variant and the action figure variant with Dr. Spectrum. I read this the other day, and I still really enjoy this this event, even though I use that term loosely. Like I said before, if you're not picking this up because of event fatigue, don't worry about that. This isn't an event. This is really just a fun, cool, what if, Elseworlds type story. We are starting to get a little bit more clues as to why this universe is the way that it is. And I don't know, it's pretty interesting. So I'm really excited to see the next 3 parts and see how that all shakes out. And then along with that, I got some of the the spin-offs as well, the one-shots, the tie-ins, that's what I'm looking for. Magneto and the Mutant Force #1. I didn't love this one as much, I guess just because I'm just not the biggest X-Men guy. But you've got Hyperion and Power Princess going up against Magneto and some of his X-Men. That was pretty neat. Siege Society #1 was really cool, with Baron Zemo forming a team of all these guys: Sabretooth, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Ant-Man, or Fire Ant as he's called. A couple other people, Silver Witch, I think she's called in this. This one was a lot of fun. I like this. You also get to see some other members, maybe some kind of ancillary members of the Squadron Supreme, that outside of just the normal 5. There's a couple more in this. It's pretty cool. And then Young Squadron #1, featuring Miles Morales as Falcon, Sam, I can't remember his last name, as Kid Spectrum, and then Kamala Khan as Girl Power. I like this one a lot. This was a lot of fun as well. Cool one-shot. So yeah, these are good tie-ins if you're wanting to see more of this Heroes Reborn universe. Maestro War and Pax #5. I do believe this is the last of this miniseries. I still haven't read this or the first or the Maestro miniseries before this, but I'm anxious to get caught up on all those. Miles Morales, Spider-Man #26. He's going through his own clone saga. I haven't read any of these other ones yet, but I'm excited to catch up on that. Action Comics 1031. Haven't read this one yet, but I've read the others before this. Again, I'm loving Infinite Frontier right now. I don't think there's an Infinite Frontier book that I've read that I haven't enjoyed. Now, granted, I'm not reading all of them, but I'm reading a lot of them, and they are great, and Action Comics is one of them. Batman Superman 18, 16 and 17 were a lot of fun. Like old school Superman and old school Batman stories that come together, but then there's this villain named Auteur Io, I think, that's actually creating this like sort of alternate universe. But you know what? Take him out of it and just give me a story about classic Superman and classic Batman teaming up and doing stuff. That's all I need. That part of the comics is great. I don't need the villain. He's not even really in it that much. I'm just enjoying these stories of a more classic Superman and a classic Batman, almost like from the 30s. or at least in that style. That's a lot of fun, so I'm enjoying this book quite a bit. Mr. Miracle, The Source of Freedom, #1. I am not familiar with this version of Mr. Miracle. I don't know if he was around before Future State, but I thought he was pretty cool in Future State, so I'm ready to read more about him. Nightwing 79, the second printing. I do have the first print of this, but I couldn't pass it up because look how cool that cover is. It's a nice homage to the 66 Batman show with various incarnations of Nightwing or Dick Grayson, in his Robin suit, climbing up a building just like they did in the old school Adam West series. So I just wanted to pick that up for the cover alone. Robin #2, the B cover. The first issue of this was so good. And the very last page, the very last panel of issue #1, I was legitimately surprised. My jaw actually dropped. So yeah, like I said, I can't believe I haven't read this one yet just to see what happens. Robin enters like a fighting tournament in order to find, I can't remember actually what his motivation was, but it doesn't matter because it's a super cool book. I really like it a lot. Teen Titans Academy #3, the B cover as well. Teen Titans Academy is also a great book. They are going sort of a pseudo crossover with the Suicide Squad right now, which, I would never have thought that in a million years, but it actually works. And it's actually a lot of fun, so I can't wait to jump back on that one. And that's it for DC. Over at Image, we've got Department of Truth #9. I like this series, but I'm just so confused that it's almost to the point of being frustrating. Now, I'm not going to drop it because I am hoping that it all comes to a head at some point and everything gets explained. But right now, I don't know. I don't know what's going on at this point. They answer questions with more questions, and I don't know who's who and what's what, so hopefully it gets a little bit better or a little bit more clear at some point. Haha #5. This one was really fun. I can't remember what her name was in this, but the story is all about her. It's actually not as sort of spooky. None of them have been horror books, but some of them have, sort of made you feel a little weird, like a little icky or whatever. This isn't like that, though. This actually is a really good story. Just, nice one-and-done story is all these are. But this one is a little bit lighter in tone, I guess, but it's very good. So I recommend that. Helm Greycastle #2. I read the first one, and it just didn't grab me, but I hadn't read it before I pre-ordered #2. So I think I'm going to jump off this one. I like the art. It's a neat story. I've just never really been able to get into any fantasy-type books at all. Or if I have, it's been very few and far between. Like I said, it's not bad, and if there's people out here who enjoy it, that's awesome. It didn't hook me, so I'm going to read this one, but then I'm probably done with it. Made in Korea was really good. Made in Korea #1. I read it, I think, yesterday or the day before. I don't really know what the story is yet. I guess in this world that we're in, it sounds like people can't have children anymore. So instead they get these sort of android kids. They order them basically. And the series, I think, is going to focus on this one, but I don't know what the overall story is going to be. If it's just, the story of two parents with this as their child, or if it gets more in depth, I'm not really sure. But it's definitely interesting enough to make me want to get at least a couple more and try it out. Another one that I really enjoyed was Shadecraft #3. This comic gets better and better with each issue. The art is fantastic. The world and the characters develop more and more with every issue, and every issue ends with some of the best cliffhangers in comics. So I definitely am on board for this. I don't know if I have it on my pull list. I think I just order it whenever it goes on FOC, but I think I need to add it because I really like this one every month. Spawn #318. I still haven't read any Spawn. I've been actually slowly reading through Spawn Compendium #1 to try to catch up with the ones I read in the 90s. But I'm really excited about Spawn's universe, and this is, from what Todd McFarlane said, this is a great place to jump onto that train if you're into it. Spawn's universe comes out late in June, I think, so I'm really excited for all of that stuff. That's it for Image, but we got some more indies. We got The Girls of Dimension 13 #2. I thought the first one was pretty fun, but it looks like it may just end up being like a magical girl type thing. Not really for sure if that's for me, but I'm going to give it a couple more issues just to see what direction it's going, and then I'll make my decision. I Breathe the Body, number 5. I hate this series so bad. But this is the last issue. I was actually going to drop it until I realized number 5 was the last one. I'm glad it's over. This is the most confusing, most pretentious book. If you like it, that is fantastic. I don't like it at all, and I'm glad that it's over. Nuclear Family number 4. I actually haven't got number 3 yet, so I might have to grab that digitally. But the first 2 were great, and I hate that I missed number 3. But I'll catch up on that and then read number 4 and see where we're going with this whole post-apocalyptic world that they've put us into. Chariot number 3, the first 2 are really good. The second issue ended on a pretty cool cliffhanger. The story hasn't really gotten going yet, though. That's the only thing. I mean, I'm into it. It's only a 5-issue miniseries, so I'm going to check the whole thing out. But I'm ready for like some things to start happening, and I think they will in this one, given how the last one ended. So I'm excited for this. Black Friday number 1 and number 2. I don't really know too much about what this is about, but thanks to Infinity Flux's Comics from the Future videos, they made it sound super interesting, so I'm going to try those out. Oh man, it's like seeing a friend, one of your best friends that you haven't seen in a really, really long time, and then you guys finally get together, get to hang out. Something is Killing the Children, number 16. Something is Killing the Children is back with a brand new story arc. We are going to learn the origins of Erica Slaughter, how she gets sort of involved with the House of Slaughter. I read this one. It's really good. It is a little bit of a setup for the story that's to come in these next several issues. But if you like the first 15 issues and you like Erica Slaughter, you are going to want to get this. Just more of the same great story that we've been getting for, 15 issues now. So I was excited to get that and read it, and I really enjoyed it. Spectre Inspectors number 4. I finally caught up on the first 3, and this is a great book. I am a little bit confused as to what exactly is going on, but because there's not really, it just sort of seems a little bit all over the place, but I'm hooked enough and I love the art, so I'm going to keep going with this. Hopefully it'll start to make a little bit more sense. I think it will, but I am enjoying it so far. And then we've got the final, Last Ronin, number 3. I went with the J.H. Williams, I believe, the J.H. Williams cover. I haven't read it yet. I can't believe I've had it all weekend and haven't read it. The first 2 have been great. Supposedly, the last Ninja Turtle story, just like, I don't know, The Dark Knight was supposedly the last Batman story, that kind of thing. I won't say anything about it in case you haven't read it, but if you like good stories or if you're a Ninja Turtles fan, check this one out. It's 3 issues, square bound. I'm sure they're going to collect them all together. That would be a cool book to have on the shelf, actually, but I'm really, really enjoying Last Ronin. And then last but not least, from Vault, the Blue Flame number 1. I wasn't sure what to expect with this. It sounded just sort of like maybe Vault's take on superheroes. And as I read through it, there's a lot more to it than that. And it may or may not be at all about what I thought it was. So I was really interested in this. I don't want to say anything to spoil anything, but like I said, it's a little bit more heady, I think, than just a typical superhero book. So this was really interesting as well. And guys, that was it. So sorry for the late video for those who look forward to my pickup videos every week. Like I said, I was out of town for a few days last week and only just now am able to sort of get back to normal. But yeah, I was excited to get these books and excited to get some more in a few days. So guys, I appreciate you watching this video. If you like this video or any other videos on my channel, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a sarcastic thumbs up. If nothing else, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you picked up this week, what books you're liking. Did you get any good indies or are you enjoying the Infinite Frontier stuff? Whatever. I love comic books. I could talk about them with a room full of people or just to a camera. So guys, remember, comic books are supposed to be fun. They are just another form of storytelling. Like what you like, let everybody else like what they like. If somebody likes something that you don't, it will not hurt you, and if you like something that somebody else doesn't, that's okay too. There is enough comics, enough for everybody to go around. There's enough for everybody to find something they enjoy. So guys, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.